Tell me when you're recording. We're about to.
Okay. Record them now.
Assume that you're mining out of a cave, and once you mine that block, you see what seems to be either abandoned place or people who had just left for an adventure. You go to explore. You go to the house on the left. It looks to have a pool and some weird library by the looks inside of the windows. So you decide to go there first. While making your way, you realize that the pool. You look at the pool, and then you realize it's covered in ice. But once you look in the pool, you could see some sort of room. So you just had to swim into it. Looks to be as if somebody was trying to hide something here. And then you go down here, where there's just paintings everywhere. You check to see if you could go in one of them. It almost seems like you can't go into one of them. But then you go into a weird obsidian room with a chest full of netherite, gold armor, and a book. And once you get done with looking at that, you start making your way, trying to figure out a way to get out. And then you can see that the trapdoors do lead somewhere. So once you close them, you're back out. Then you go up to the hill to explore the other two places. You go in the box first while making your way. You will go into the box looking house while making your way up to the mountain. You can also see a cow right there for some reason. As you're on the way, a skeleton is shooting you, and it appears that either these owners have died or these are just random skeletons here. Anyway, you go in. It looks more on the abandoned side. But again, there's a lot of dogs here. You read one of the name tabs, and it's dinner bone. You look in these chests, realizing that most of them are empty. And the ones that are filled don't have a lot. So anyway, you get out of the place and start making your way to the other, into the spruce-made library. You go in it, and it appears that this was built recently, proving that they were out for an adventure or something. You accidentally touched the ender egg. I hope they don't see it. But then you start making your way to the treehouse and realize you can see a little farm there. It looks to be empty though, from where you're standing. But once you go up there, they have a whole livestock out there, including horses with it as well, and some spawners. It appears that they are growing bamboo and plants, and they're taking good care of what they have to do. You place some plants for the people coming later. You see that there's a little hot tub on the hill, wondering why this is even here. In the snow, to be exact. But anyway, you start making your way to the final house. And once you get to the house, you realize something. The house looks weird. You realize this can't be all, that's all. So anyway, you go into the doors, and you realize there is a hole in the ground that seems to lead somewhere. There seems to be a lever that opens something. You go to it, and you see all these stands of all the armor you could dream of. Nothing too much in the chest, right? But then you see something. You start falling into something down here. You're falling through some scaffolding. You enter a coal-filled room, by the looks of it. You go towards the door, and it just opens by itself. You see that there's a long hallway. You go to the room to the right first. It looks to be as if they were hiding their stashed goods in here. But we won't be stealing from them anytime soon. So who cares? Anyway, you start making your way back down. And then you come further and you head to the room to the left. It is a bunk bed, meaning that either both of them live down here or both of them never came down here and they're just there for decoration. Anyway, you go over here and there's two doors close to each other. You choose to go to the one on the left. It looks to be a room with a bed, but something don't look right there. There's just a painting sitting there. So you decide to see, and it appears there's treasures in it. Imagine stuff you can never think of. And it also appears to be a diary. You read it, and it says, I got this diary. It will contain stories of my life, side stories. Most will mainly follow the perspectives of Steve, Hunter, Higgins, Terry, skull stories, and stupid people. But that's it for today. It seemed to be as this journal was from a long time ago. But anyway, you start making your way back down, and you go to the room on the right. It looks like it looks like a room as if you were to stay out of. But you stay away from it, not messing with any of it in here. You see something. It looks to be unfinished, but it looks like they're making it way bigger. So you wonder, what are they doing here? Start making your way back and realize these rooms are all different, and more will be made. And you keep thinking that you should go back here one day. Okay.